My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go for us. No one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go for us. With their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie.
Well, let me say welcome again to another edition of the program, The Patron Lounge. This is a Saturday edition, and we are happy to be here. Paul Chiriple is there in the UK. My name is Linford Goa here in Norway, and we're happy together to be here. Today is the 17th of December, 2022. We got one more week and 1 day. It's going to be Christmas. Paul, How are you doing?
Linford, I'm great and I'm doing extremely well. Thank God for everything. I'm good. And you?
I am good. I am fine. And the weather at my end today was very, 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 very good. After reading the thermometer like 19, 18, 17, 19, 18, 17 for the entire week, today it was 9. So we climbed
Wow.
up 10 degrees more. So the weather was fantastic today, and I had a very good time. In fact, I went to my church for a small church program
Oh,
for
wow.
Christmas. And so I'm in a high spirit. And today, Paul, was the much talked about We Are Tired rally. Did you watch anything from the rally?
Absolutely. I watched bit of pieces from the rally and I think it was good. The people turned out and all the propaganda that ran against this rally, it turned out to be a good rally. It was a good day for the CPP. I think it was nice, and I watched it was good. People turned
Hmm.
out. Yeah,
So the people really turn out.
they are. People turned out. They did well, extremely well. They came out with all of the fear tactics that the government were using, with all the propaganda channel for the government. They have tried everything that this was going to boot to. There were going to be civil war because I never heard in my entire life where one or two gathered for a rally become a civil war. So this seems to mean that the government now is actually afraid of rally. So I think the CPP should have more rally around the country so the government and hold their feet to fire. I think the rally was good.
Great. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, for those of you joining us, we cannot see your names yet, unless probably if you will write, if you will say something, and then we can see your name. But we want you to share the video. This is the post We Are Tired Rally edition of the Bottom Line. Like I said, my name is Linford Goer, as you can see on the screen, and my colleague is Paul, the Lord.
It's the Lord Cholopate,
Yeah.
resident in the United Kingdom, part of the King Council, and he's the new aristocrat of Liberia. So you
Hey,
should
the
put it that
Liberia
way.
boy. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That is doctor business, Joe. We are they don't want to leave. We got
No,
Dr. Josh, man, we could wear fucking club. We are all the doctor boy, they want to leave.
no, the thing is, my own title, when you do, you done good for yourself here because I've been involved in charity work here. So when the British government recognized me as one of the patriarchs who've been doing a lot of charity work, so I become the Lord. And that it was elevated to the aristocrat. So it's the Lord Cholopit of the United Kingdom. So when I be traveling to Liberia, whether Mr. Cummings as president, they will be welcoming the Lord. So we not look at it this way.
I think I got to keep my Viking title because being an African and then living as a Viking in a Viking land. So I love that my name, the Afro Viking. I'm the only African Viking here. And you know what? Every time, in fact, by next weekend I will start going on ski. And I didn't go on ordinary ski. I go on a slide on the fastest one from uphill. So that's why I got both arms broken. This one, the left arm got broken 2007 April, almost the end of April, and then the other one got broken 2017, 10 years apart. So I got two broken arms, but we stay moving on the ski. That's what makes me a Viking. And we Viking, we are undertakers. We do the impossible. So Paul, let's get down rolling. There was this entire rally things about rally that the rally will not hold. Uh, First, it started with the government, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, accepting money from the CPP for a rally. 1 or 2 weeks after comes the minister proper, Sugar Wilson, and said, no, the first people, the people receiving money, they are lower level people, so the minister don't know about it. After they have kept the money for almost 2 weeks in their cash bags, and then they try to make it like the rally cannot hold, and then the hustle tussle went on. Sugar Wilson was on Spoon Talk when they asked him, you accepted money from the people, but virtue of the fact that your ministry, whether it was you or not, the virtue of the fact that your ministry accepted money from the people and you gave them receipt. I mean, you sent voucher to them. Eh? It wasn't like all the account of poor children say, yeah, money, give me this. No. You assess the thing, you accepted the contract, you send voucher to the people. Eh? And the people pay you money, you accepted it for several days. And then you come back to say, take your money back. No, it couldn't work. And so the tussle was going on, and it seemed that the government were adamant to accept the contract. And so from my sources, there was just one telephone call. Somebody called from somewhere and told Justice Minister, Mr. Acting President, and Justice Minister at the same time, and said, let our rally go on or else. And then somebody put that tail to that board and said, well, the police will protect you. There will be no incident. Let the rally go on. And you see, so somewhere, sometimes like bro say, man, by man. So when Messi, man, wow.
That's right, Lifa, that's right. But well, they think let police so and police so the Liberian way.
Yeah.
When group of people decide say we're going to gather to have a church rally, what the big thing in there having a rally? All political institutions in the world have rallies. What's the rally that the government is so afraid of? So if you have done bad, so bad, you govern so bad, you don't want the people to be aware of what you have done. You suffer the people. They want to hold rally. You make it like the whole of Liberia coming collapse. Liberia going to a civil war because of rally. For Christ's sake, they made it seem so bad that all the whole nation.
You know why witchcraft is afraid, or why witchcrafts are afraid? Because they know what they can do in a witchcraft. Every day we're eating somebody who no child. And so now we're gonna lead a child, we call it a big cry, yeah, and we're cutting it. So when my not can I'll be afraid because I know what we can do to a lot of children. CDC that is talking today, they had 86 to 88 demonstration. There was not rally, it was demonstration where they were calling on the president, elected president, to step down, where they were carrying women on their clothes, casket, and casket represents death. That means they were going to kill the president. So when they hear about rally, this was not protest. Okay, and the CPP were even kind enough, very law abiding, to come and say, you'll get all this part. The land that government own Liberia is the people that own the land because the people make the government. We pay for the CPP pay for the land to that spot to use it. So that's something that no other protest have ever done. Protesters have ever done. They will not pay, but we pay, and then people condemn the CPP for even paying. They say, "Oh man, the people in fact they pay, so they're not strong," and this and that. They detract us. Now, the government tried every way possible to stop this rally to the point where I had a podcast day before yesterday and yesterday. I had two podcasts, and I think you flashed in on one of those podcasts.
Yeah, I did. I watched it.
Yeah, very good. The first podcast was, I didn't want to actually do it. I was just watching, and then I ran into Milton TAYA having a press conference. Milton TAYA of all persons having a press conference, creating a scenario that this rally will bring war and people are going to die, that he so much care for Liberian people that he doesn't want anybody to get hurt. And then this is a guy who was part of the Progressive Alliance of Liberia, PAL, in the early 70s, the early and the late 70s. And it was true then that the first ever protest that I here saw, that was 1979, April 14. And he said, admitted that since their rally their protest at that time, Liberia has never been a scene. And that's for our youthful age. This is a man who would now sit down and behave as if to say he's an injured. Louis Brown should not be the face of the rally, but he's an injured. He's calling on his good brother Louis Brown to call off the rally. When did he realize that? And he was right here 12 years ago or 5 years ago when CDC was empowered. They were having protest after protest. He did not say anything. The communist we said also came on his own. I didn't see it, but I gave a strong warning to Milton TAYA. I told him to shut up. I told him to shut up, and I will continue to say it because I know Milton TAYA. Milton TAYA defined government to us journalists, and I will never, until my death, I will not forget the definition he gave us. That when you are not in government, you don't know what goes inside in the government. When you outside, you may know, but when you enter, then you know what there, all the grease and everything, then you shut up. So let him shut up and be in government. And I think I gave that warning, and I think it resonated with him. If you are not heard it, anybody here who knows Milton TAYA, tell him that one boy made a podcast on you. So you see, all that they came up at the last minute of time, just one day before the protest, to make it appear as if to say the rally, the people were carrying guns, bazooka, RPG, and war tanks. Today, the protest went smoothly. The June 7 protest, they said it was smooth. It was not smooth. This one, nobody used water cannon. Nobody used any tear gas. Okay? So this is the most peaceful rally that Liberians have ever had. Forget about the attendance, because the reason why all the other rallies or protests were great, it was that there was a CPP and everybody, all the opposition political parties came together and they made it grand. But this time, it was opposition against opposition, and it was ruling party against another opposition. So the rally, whether it was 4 people, 5 people, 10 people, at least the fact, for me, this is important. The fact that one person turned out, at least one person turned out to say we have a rally, that was it. If they had stopped the rally and suppressed the rally, then I would have been disappointed. What's your
Great.
take?
So my take is good that the rally went up, because the fear factor is what the government have used all their propagandists in this place to propagate lies that they were going to be bad. The fact is that people have been suffering. And before we learn, I just want to show something in Linford. Then we can show clips of the rally. And what I want to show, for people to know that we are suffering in Liberia. Everything that we do, we're suffering. Look at this one here. It's just few minutes. It's about 2 minutes. Yet the viewers look at it and have their take.
Parlement again from Rambasa on Bikana to Sano da Roya. We in Pampoto here. Not easy. Even in Simo, Somali, even we were here yesterday. Because of the rope on his own, she go home, she know how make it, she die. She die. You see the body on motorboat, they carrying it out here. For Sambi Johnson, they take the body for Sambi Johnson to carry out here, you see the body. And see the body. No more, she was in a more yesterday. The people, they were more sending food. They will used to gain people rest in the moil. That our ballet they came so because of the road condition. Hey, people dying right in the moil. People dying in the mug. Yeah, people dying. Before reach Atia, Assembly. Before reach Atia, when Papa Assembly Johnson. Before reach to fait. Area. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. You appreciate the video. The video here, you appreciate the video. How the president see the video, how the road looking. The ambulance is not able to come for people. Yeah? The ambulance not able to come for people here. When he die in a bus here, they gotta tie you on motorboat. And see, it's not easy. The country not easy. The country not easy. There's a Sano road for Grandpassa to Sano. Grandpassa in Rosa now for Rosa to Sano. And the area him being on Mudobozo, and the particular woman on the mot here yesterday. She was supplying people with the food yesterday. I have barely the cabinet today.
Linford. So this is the beauty of this rally. The roads are bad. We have group of people in government. Their own purpose is to steal. That road can be greater. Look at the carrying a dead person body on a motorcycle. The people are suffering. If somebody get ill, there's no ambulance. A motorcycle can't reach there. That cannot come with that person. This is the purpose of the rally. The people are suffering, and not just little bit are you looking at. People are really suffering. So when somebody call for a rally to address the situation to the government make it seem like there's civil war coming. It's not right. When things are wrong, it's wrong. They're going around the places just building mansions. They don't care for the people, and they don't want the people to gather to express their concern. So what's that? The people not taking onto the street say we're going to bring chaos, but we just want to express ourselves to the government. What they're doing is wrong. That's what the rally was for. And they make the thing happen. Like, oh, this rally going to bring chaos and all that. It's not it. So I think you were right when you called on Milton TAYA, because they were the pioneers for protests and all that in Liberia. So let me just show you something about this rally that people thought. They
Yeah,
were not
Paul, before you show that thing, let me
Yeah.
just make a comment
Okay.
and give a disclaimer. On Facebook, we do not have we do this disclaimer for the graphic picture that we just showed. That was the body of a lady person who just got stuck in the mud and died, and so they were carrying the body. So we do this disclaimer. Please do not block our video for that. And Paul, I think my spirit is lower now. You know, I mean, let me be fair. This age-old road condition and problems with the roads and all over Liberia is not peculiar to this Joshua administration. But the thing we're talking here is that if you are in opposition and you have been seeing all of these bad things happening, and then you ask the people to vote for you, and you overwhelmingly win their confidence and they vote for you, then you should pay attention to these very people who voted for you. I mean, you think this lady deserve to die that death? No. Like you heard a commentator in that video. This is a lady who was even cooking and giving people food at a particular spot. Each time the cars get stuck, the people, because most of the people are traveling, so they don't have any food. They want to go there and supply them with food. And now she lost her life. Untimely death.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So these are the things that we want the government to know. And not only this government, but people who will want to take power in the future to know. So why would people make it to appear like it's something bad that the people want to do?
Yeah.
And then they label it. Some people even say, some opposition, they say, no, we're not part of it because it will make one man spirit to lift up. Did this rally make Cummings president today?
No.
Did this rally add anything extra to Cummings? But it rather elevated the plight of the Liberian people internationally, because I know there were international media following, so that the international community will know that our government has been conscientized by its people that this is our plight and this is why we want the people to hear. But then why would people make it appear as if to say it was war? I mean, we fought war in Liberia before, so war is not strange to people. So why would somebody even be afraid? If I take gun and say I'm going to fight war, why would you be afraid? We have fought war before. You can come and fight against me. But group of people say we're going to rally, we're going to call the attention of our government to our plight, and then people make it, and those are the people who are enjoying. So I just want to personally thank the people who attended, who defied the odds, people who knew that they are suffering and they went there today to express their suffering to the international community. If the government does not hear it, the international community will hear it. Flo, Paul.
Yeah, thank you for that. And I also I agree with you. We need to thank you and our brothers and sisters that we encouraged to attend this rally. It was peaceful. So the next rally that the government cannot go around to be telling people that rally is something that will bring instability into the country, which is complete nonsense. But anyway, just want to show a little bit clips of the triumphal entrance of this rally that people came from all over. And then I think I will start with somebody. I'll start from the ANC CPP party headquarters. Let's listen to this guy.
We are present here at the headquarters of the Alternative National Congress. His one person being part of many of the rally or protests around here. Sheikh, welcome to OK TV.
Thank you so much.
What do you make of this rally today?
This is a national call, so I have come to attend the national duty.
I just from the SKD Sport Complex. The turnover there is low, and I don't know what's the reason behind the poor turnover at the SKD Sport Complex.
It might be poor there, but we are going there. But it's an assurance and remind you that Liberians, over millions of Liberians, do not have food, they don't have strength to even walk. So let you know that they're suffering. They are suffering. That is why those of us who have eaten this morning, we are coming out to speak for them.
See, because they are suffering, and people went there, the government propaganda tools went there this morning, say, oh, the place is empty, there will be no rally, there will be no, the people will not show up. And then later on, the rally kick in, led by the most talked about person, Louis Brown. Watch it, and I want your take on this.
The follow the people.
That's a Yeke Koruba entrance. See, that's Yeke Koruba entrance. So I just want you to look and tell me what you think of this. I go straight to
where you see thousands, I mean hundreds of people around here, the young people and everybody. So most talk about rally, the one since December 1st or December 1 when it was being announced Ambassador Louis Brown that on December 17th there will be a peaceful rally. There will be a peaceful rally, and this rally going to be so peaceful to the point where everybody going to be into it. So today you see hundreds.
So that was the beginning of the rally. Talk to me, Linford. Talk to me. You watch the thing. Talk to me.
You know, last night, like I said, I also had a podcast yesterday evening, late in the evening. And so last night when I went to sleep, I woke up, and then the first thing, normally I will always turn off the internet on my phone because it will be vibrating all night. So in the morning, I couldn't locate my phone because that vibration was not there. So the first time I wanted to see what was the time. Then I opened the phone. Since today was a weekend, I slept late a little bit. And I opened the phone. It was after 8 o'clock my time, which was just 6 o'clock Liberian time. Then I started to go to places where I knew I could find information about the rally. There were different chat rooms. I know people were going to pull the action there.
Yeah.
So I checked and I didn't see anything. Like people coming on. So I said, oh, then I look at the time. It was 8 o'clock here and 6 o'clock in Liberia. I said, okay, wait, I'll hold on small. Then I went to sleep. I went back to bed anyway. I think I slept for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Then I was dreaming. You know, when you're thinking about something too much, right? So
yeah.
Then, like I was in a rally or I was somewhere in active play. Now I woke up. Then I opened my phone again. Then I saw the first group. And that group, I guess they were from somewhere around the Pinsville belt. And actually it was like raining. I saw the people running, few people. And they were, so I said, are people not coming to the rally? So it was just a short clip, I think about 5 minutes. Then when I played, it was not live. I played it was finished. I said, Then I off my phone again. I had breakfast. I turned on the phone. When I turned on the phone, all the chat rooms, they were carrying different lives. Jala TV, Front Page Africa, different lives. So I don't know which one to follow. When I follow the one, and then all of a sudden, it was action all over the place. Then the one that I really followed was the group of young people who call themselves Disenchanted Seditions. And there were a few young boys that were very eloquent. They spoke well. And you could tell, because the boys said some of them graduated from college, some of them graduated from high school.
That's
and
right.
You could tell from their accent or from the English they were speaking, you could tell that the boys are not just one of those logos out there. And guess what? The thing that caught my eye, Paul, I don't know if you noticed that, the thing that really caught my attention in the entire rally is that majority of the people, in fact, 90% of the people are young people.
That's right.
People who were born just after 1990 war. Some of the boys are as young as maybe they were born 1998, 99. I mean, they're very young boys in their 17, 18, 19s. And these are the people whose future we're fighting for. And so, as you listeners, as you see on the screen there, our telephone number is there. We got 2 telephone numbers. They are all WhatsApp, so you can call us. So they're young people, and when these young boy was speaking, they generally ask few of them, and some of the questions I remember was, "Why are you out here?" They said, "We voted for President Weah with the expectation that our plights will be changed, but he disappointed us." And one
Yeah.
of the questions was, what if President Weah goes to the ballot box? You think he's going to win? The boy said no. He cannot win anymore. He said anybody. The boy said anybody who will run against him. They can be from. He said anybody from the opposition. Anybody from the opposition run against President Weah, they will beat him flat because why? We will vote for that person. Not because on party line, but because we are disgruntled. You see it? So the government knows that they have lost grips on all of the people they had. And this is why they will even be afraid when they hear that there is a peaceful rally. Let me tell you,
That's right.
even Paul, I alone here, if I go on Broad Street today, I say I'm going to have a demonstration or a rally, the government will be afraid because they know
Yeah.
I'll make impact.
Yeah.
One person can make impact right now in Liberia. Once you are going against this government has lost grips. This government has lost its essence. It's just like the Bible says, when it's salt lost its taste, it becomes sand. It's not salt anymore. This is the government of George Weah. That the young people that voted for him overwhelmingly will come out and denounce him publicly. If I were him, the most honorable thing is I will not even run in this election. But again,
Well,
he being African, this is what African leaders always do. They always end up in disgrace.
precisely, Linford, you're right. And thinking about it, the young people on the ground, you said it, that age range between the 17 to 20,
19, 20,
21.
25.
Yeah, to 25. They are more. They
More.
are huge. And guess what? These people never saw we are playing football. This generation. And that's a generation that actually suffering. It's that a generation that 13-year-old girl, 14-year-old, 16-year-old girl become breadwinner. That's the group. They're feeding it to the maximum. Imagine your mother turn 80, she still frying donut for you. You have finished school for you to be happy, and she still frying donut because no job. Now you got group of people that came in that your supporters said will bring change. And I'm going to show you something that really making the young people to be angry. Somebody who was in Kawakan setting cold water became chief of protocol to this president. Today they just building condominium all over the place. How the young people won't get angry? They need to vote them out. And then look, I just want you to look at this one here, Linford, and I want your take on this.
Hello again.
Now, you know who property is that?
Findabondo.
That's Finabono. That's just one off. And the young children sitting down, they're watching them. They're not in school. They're bearcats. They're not taking drugs. They become Zoko, the so-called Zoko. And they seen these very people yesterday that were selling fish in the market, building condominiums all over the place. That is why they don't want to rally. They don't want people to talk about it. And this is why the government is afraid of rally. If tomorrow somebody else said they're going to do rally, there'll be a whole hard, they mean the whole country coming to an end. So tell me about that Fina Bono thing that you saw. If that you are a young person, unemployed, not in school, taking drugs, will you not get angry?
Uh, Paul, let me tell you one thing. You know, the now generation in Liberia, not my generation, when we were coming up, Liberia was different. But the present generation, and perhaps up to the future generation, you cannot fool them. Today, like I said, today, as I listened, that was the highlight for me in the whole rally. as I listen to those young people, some of the things they said, it really touched me. I imagine myself, Paul,
Yeah.
when I graduated from high school in 1982, and some of those people were not even born. Maybe some of their parents were as young as me when I graduated from high school in 1982. Okay? Now, when I graduated, I got a job in 1983 as a classroom teacher. And guess what? I had opportunity to teach at 2 schools one day. I got a job in Lapasi at a little school called Building for Tomorrow Institute, right opposite Barnes Foundation. Here's Barnes, here's the school. That was 1983. I was teaching at school in the morning. I was stay there and teaching in the afternoon. The moment I sign up around 5 o'clock, I get on the bus straight. I get down on the bypass and walk and go to the Barry school. There's a school in the Barry called Anna F. Wisner. The next school, I was teaching there. That were military people, 1983. That didn't do it. Just taking over. So I was teaching captains, mayors. At the age of 19, I was teaching captains and mayors. Okay? So opportunities were open to us. Those of us that left school those days, it may not be luxurious, but you got college graduates. I was just high school graduate. I have not taken early entrance at that time to enter early yet. So while waiting to take early entrance, then I was teaching. I was teaching 3 times a day. Not much money, but at least I had the opportunity. But that opportunity does not exist for even a college graduate today. You talk to one college graduate, they say, we'll try, but we can't make it. And some of the young people I listen to today, they're telling us that they graduated from high school or from college, and the only thing they can do is to ride motorcycle. And the other little boy said, is my life going to be someone to ride motorcycle all of the time of my life? Why? Because of my children. So it's sad. Because let me tell you, in the country, the most valuable, you can have all the iron ore, you can have the diamond, you can have the gold, but the most valuable resource that you have as a country is your human resource. And you got to develop your human resource capacity, or else you are doomed.
Yeah.
Because other people will come from outside and come and make use of your natural resources simply because your human resource capacity is not well developed. Some of the children that are talking today, if you give them the opportunity, they can be doctors, medical doctors. You don't need to fly to Ghana, Guinea, or Turkey, le Samuel Tour to get treated.
Yeah.
Some of the boys can be geologists.
Yeah.
That our natural resources can be extracted right there in Liberia, and we can gain from it. Some of them can be foresters. Some of them can be maritime personnel. Look, let me tell you. My family, my wife is from the Philippines. We got the same weather than the Filipino people. But the species of fish that we get in Liberia, that rare fish, how do you call it? The rare, yeah.
What? You mean the snapper?
Very good, the snapper. You can't find that fish in Philippines. Bunny, eh? You can't find it in the water. Philippines is an archipelago. They get 7,100 islands. 7,100 islands. So some of the islands are as big as just Central Monrovia. In fact, Central Monrovia big, sir. Some of the islands so small. So they got water everywhere. And in the water, they get a lot of different species of fish. But the kind of fish that we get, they don't have. To the point where every time I get bunny, my wife will ask me, can we carry some of the fish and put it in the water in our home? So the red snapper, all the different type of fish we get, they don't have it. So we are blessed. I was on a boat from Monrovia to Maryland County. We spent 5 days on a boat to go. 4 days to go, 4 days to come back. My friend, have you seen a bunny in the water? Bunny, Paul, we're in a small fishing boat. No, in the net, the bunny were in the water. Bunny can reflect just silver in the night under the moonlight.
Yeah.
So I said, the Ghanaian captain, I said, what is that? Is that? He said, a bunny. I said, oh, my friend, unlimited site, bunny. Eh?
Yeah.
We know all these things we get, natural resources. We can make money from those things. If we develop our human capacity, we will not say that other people come and take our things and carry it while we suffer. Rubber, our rubber, we got it beside Malaysia, which has a group of companies that got the largest rubber plantation in the world. Liberia is the second largest single. So, in a sense, we can say Liberia is the largest single rubber plantation company in the world. Fire soon. I live in Habel from 1991 all the way to 93 when we had a radio station there. I paraded the entire Habel is a whole country. We say buy rubber products. Can you imagine? Because why? We have not developed our human capacity. So those young people, when they were talking today, I was really, 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 really sad.
Yeah, so Linfa, you're right. And something dramatically happened today too. And it's all concerning the rally. And because the government have been funding every little thing, listen to all the government propaganda channel. All of it, they've been finding issue. And the issue they've been finding today, some arrests were made. Coming senior security was arrested carrying whether it's firearm or it's pepper spray, they arrested in. And believe you me, that's going to be the focus. They will take that one and run with it and forget about the success of the rally. So that's where they always found something. Whether this gun will register or the pepper spray will register, no one know. But now the whole focus point now is to be like with TAYA, there will be war because somebody coming security had firearm or pepper spray.
But one person cannot fight war.
Exactly. So
in America, or in advanced war, one person can carry a weapon if it is registered.
So I mean, I just think that's where the propaganda is now going to run with, like, oh, hoo-ha. But having said that, the most talked about person in this rally, Louis Brown, that when they call the war Louis Brown, it made President we ought to go to his church to even preach on Louis Brown. What about this Louis Brown that have shocked people that Milton TAYA, even Darren DeLong and all of these guys? What about this Louis Brown that have getting to them so much? He becomes the most talked about person than the rally itself. And Louis Brown today led his group. Watch this. The most talk about Louis Brown that have now posted in the opposition, the no position, the government posting in the gallery. What about this Louis Brown that the whole rally is focused on Louis Brown?
You see,
I mean, you know this guy. Tell me what's about Louis Brown that really getting on the government nerves? Tell me.
We had Louis Brown on this show, and I think I posted that question to him. What about Louis Brown that, since he came to Team Communist, people have been talking? And Louis Brown's answer was that this Louis Brown is not just one ordinary guy. He has been student leader before. He has had people who believe in him and they still believe in him. And I will tell you my experience with Louis Brown. And I'm sorry that if the kind of friends that he had, the late ACT faculty, may peace be to his ashes, Augustine Yeswa, also may peace be to his ashes. And, if they are being alive today and they would think similar way like Louis Brown, and they would have endorsed this rally and pulled on their crowd, what it would have been. These are people who made themselves way back. And I don't want to take us back to Louis Brown's story, how he became, or how he came to the Lapland. But the speech that Louis Brown always refers to, I was there at the Doris Williams Sports Stadium in Buchanan when Louis Brown talked to let me tell you, there are two people that I noticed in Liberia that were brave. The other guy is there now. He's from Pequena also. Whitfield, John Whitfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, the John Whitfield thing happened in Lofa County in July 1991. We are going to Lofa. There were the guy group of MPFL soldiers that were harassing people in Lofa, beating people and things. And Whitfield was there. When we went there, Whitfield was the one that spoke to Taylor. Whitfield was the first man that I heard the word democracy from. He said, Mr. President or Mr. Taylor, he said, you are coming to redeem the people like Liberia, but your people have introduced something instead of democracy, which is democracy. When Whitfield got through speaking, Taylor said, where is that? No, you bring that ball. Whitfield King, the very convoy that carried out to Lufa in 1991, July, it was raining. That whole day, the very convoy that carried out, it brought John Whitfield down to Banga. This is how John Whitfield got in Taylor activity. He one of Taylor's guy. Because Taylor wanted the boys that were focused. The same way Louis Brown was focused when he read that statement on behalf of the Bashor people, and Taylor said for him, the ACT faculty, all the boys, they were because Taylor needed these guys, you know. But this government, when you are focused against this government, they take you to be enemy, they want to get rid of you. You see? So Taylor needed his boys to fight his moth battle. Where I had gun battle fighters, but he needed people who would talk. At the time, the interim government, Liberia was divided. The interim government was there, and they had a propagandist. They had a propagandist. So their propagandists were doing their work. So Taylor needed his group. That's how Louis Bryan thinking onto power. So Louis Bryan is not a small potato. You saw just as a group that believed in Louis Bryan, they were following him. Okay, so the coming of Louis Bryan to Team Cummings means a lot. What if Danny Chair were working today? You see, Danny Chair will bring a group. Okay, so I'm telling you that Louis Bryan is not just one ordinary guy. He may not be that powerful. And the opposition, when they are withdrawing from this course, simply because they feel that it will bring glory to Mr. Cummings, that's the most silly thing I've heard. You know how many friends from the opposition that support Bouaka that call me today? You know, look, Liberia is an interesting country. They call me. They say, Linford, we can do all our fighting. 3 people, 3 friends. All 3 of them, because we were all supporting Bouaka 2017. Okay? They are still supporting Bouaka. 3 friends. I say 1, I say 3. They call me at different times. They say, my man, we see the rally. We tell you we're not going to succeed. But we disappointed in our papi. I swear to this. That I'm drinking. That was the word. That we are disappointed in our papi. That he will not support this rally. Because at the end of the day, the opposition will have to stand together. Whether CPP come together, no, it cannot happen. But if Bouaka goes to final with let's put it that way, call final, who he will need to be his substitute to beef him up to get a number.
Coming the other opposition.
Yeah, coming get 7%, we agree. Or he got 7% in the last election. But if you go to Georgia where you need 1% and coming with 7%, don't you think that coming 7% can make you win Georgia? But they all drew back and they sat down and they said they are distancing themselves from this rally. So Cummings went into a single-handedly because their fear was that Cummings will get glory if the rally succeeds. And if anything bad happens, Cummings should take the blame alone. And you know, God is working. Today, they arrested the man. The man can go and defend himself in court. And 1 person, you have thousands of people at the rally. How many people have gone? It was the 1 person. Okay? Somebody would have carried a knife too. Somebody would have carried a bow and arrow. So you didn't catch a gun with Louis Brown or with Cummings.
Yeah, and the person they called a gunway was not ordinary person. He was security to Mr. Cummings.
Okay.
So I guess that gun is registered.
Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make here is that, you know, Louis Brown has weight. This is why the government is jittering. Look, what if it were me? Louis Brown sat on the internet and declared his support for Mr. Cummings, right? From that day, trouble started. Yeah. I sat down on the same internet again and I pledged my support to Mr. Cummings long time ago.
There was no trouble.
Yeah, no trouble. Who get time for one babble like me? Nobody. But why Louis Brown? You fortunately make a live podcast and say you pledge your support. Who will care for you? You get one Joe Blow. So Louis Brown is not a small potato. They say Louis Brown, people call him rebel today. The government had seen Louis Brown as their ambassador, their permanent representative to the UN. So you, as a country, you take rebel and send it to the UN?
Yeah.
Shame on you. CDC people, you call him Louis Brown rebel. You get a wife of the rebel leader. Not at least not rebel fighter, but rebel leader. The woman who could tell a husband go and fight or
This
not
is
go and fight. You get her as a vice president, not even a member of the party, but a vice president. Then you got somebody like my big brother, Cyril Allen, who I respect so much. Then you got all Charles Bright, the people who are advancing Taylor. And some people, they're so stupid that I lost respect for what about him, Stanton Witherspoon, that he doesn't even know history. That he say Louis Brown was security advisor to Taylor during the war. No, Louis Brown was no security advisor to Taylor. All of the security advisor to Taylor was special forces that they all trained in Libya. I mean, Stanton Witherspoon, they get blessed that they got these things and people follow them. They don't know anything. They come out and speak out of emotion. That's why I'm praying one day that I can appear on the spoon. I'll make them look small because they're not informed. Okay? Stanton Witherspoon, you sit and talk about Louis Brown being security advisor to Taylor, and that's why he the one created all his logos. You dead, stupid, and lie, Stanton Witherspoon. So, but let me come to Louis Brown. Let me close up on the Louis Brown thing. The presence of Louis Brown on Teen Comics have made the entire inside part of the government dismantle. You know what? It's just like you split the watermelon, my friend. Even if you take 3, you want to sow it will not sow again. That's what Louis Brown had done to the entire government. Then the opposition too, they are afraid that Cummings is giving momentum. So they are afraid. And the opposition, they are seeing. United Party will now go and say, okay, we want to declare our support as a party to CDC. They can't do it. So they get there and then they can't come to Cummings because of what they did to Cummings. So and then you got a dead party, the United Party, very dead. You were the last ruling party. Up to now, you are still in a race. You're not doing anything. Everything that's going on in the country, nobody can feel your presence. Your stand-up bearer, nobody know whether he's alive or dead. Then you call yourself an opposition party. So when Mr. Cummings try to take the lead, then they say, oh, we don't want to be with him because he will take a glory. And everybody else in the country is crying on the name of the opposition. Who opposition not doing anything. That's why the government is doing this. So if one opposition party spearheads any activity, I think it should be the duties of all of the opposition to come together. Whether you elect a person or not, you'll come together and hold the government feet to fire. But you sit there and create division among yourself, shame on you, and the Liberian people are no more stupid. They will judge you all in battle back.
So, Linford, Unity now the floodgate has opened since Mr. Cummings started this. Tomorrow, we shouldn't be surprised that we hear Unity Party going to host their own rally too, because usually this Unity Party have nothing to say. When Mr. Cummings came up with 5 pillars, he talked about ecotourism, and now get Unity Party running with it here. They're going to have tourism. So is there a possibility that they come up with their own rally tomorrow as well to make it seem that?
You know, for me, I'm not narrow-minded. Paul, I'm not narrow-minded. If United Party plans a rally tomorrow, I will support it. On its own platform, we promote
it. The question is there a possibility that they may have their own rally as well because the floodgate now is open?
Yeah. It's possible. Because, you know, let me tell you one thing. I know Liberian people very well. You know, the old man Joe Boakai, I supported him in 2017. And I've always said it. Move Cummings from the race, I will support Joe Boakai. Because I know between the two of them, George Weah, I will still beat him, but I will support him. Let me tell you a fact. Joe Boakai cannot beat George Weah. Move all the political party, all the Liberian people. You may not vote for, you may not join any political party. You'll sit there and watch George Weah and Boakai go. You will flop Boakai in the first 10 minutes of the election. We will beat Joe Boakai. Joe Boakai does not have the momentum, 1. He does not have the resources. 2, he does not have that push. He's just riding on any glory, United Party glory. what can this old man do? Nothing. Not because of his age, his health condition, but he just do not have the momentum. Okay, so a united party, to address your question, a united party feel that they can do anything. Yes, it's their right. They can do it as a political party, as opposition, they can do it. But I personally will support their cause because I'm open-minded. I will not allow those neophytes, those, I don't want to start using certain words.
Just I know the pressure, I can see the emotional building inside this because this is a opposition, the opposition weak, opposition weak, opposition weak.
Yeah.
One opposition man decided, say, you know what, I'm going to be the challenger here, and which Mr. Cummings did today as a challenger to George Weah, which now, when I said maybe Tim Cummings have to do more of this around the country to educate the people, the reason why they should now vote the bar government. They should do it around the 15 counties, and it started with Monserrato. Educate the people in that way. Because if you have people that water spoon that the government sponsor to say part of nonsense about people, then that tell you, he telling people say, oh, if y'all go to the rally, if the people going to Butuo, when people started war, did they call rally or they start the king secretly? Somebody without any sense will say that to people. Is that how narrow they are? And you see, in life, let me put this up. When you start something, if that thing is not your idea, and somebody gave you an idea and you decide to act like it was your idea, things can go wrong. That spoon never, you see, it was Ashford Galley idea. It was Ashford Galley who built that station, and then he had a dream. Because he didn't have the money, he gave Waterspoon. And today he running with it like his dream and make him all kind of remarks and all that, calling people names. But what goes around in life, it comes back to bite you. There'll be time for him. Why would he incite people say, oh, there'll be people going to Butuo when this rally is held? What a nonsense.
No, you see, let me tell you. I told you already, Witherspoon is not informed. The guy is no, I don't want to belittle him, but again, we just gotta discuss the issue. The first thing, he cannot express himself properly. No, there are some people on that Spoon show. Witherspoon, it's just that he's opportunity or he got the money to set it up, but he's not informed. One, he doesn't even know how they're gonna platform so to operate. I'm telling the fact. The day I appear on his show, I will tell him, and he will not like it. He's not informed. Number one, he doesn't do research, and then he doesn't even know how to approach the issues. He's like, so that he think that it's just fun, or he said that you accuse somebody, oh, they're going to Buto, they're going, look, follow the trend. Have a topic. You see, people like Thomas and George, you see, Eugene Fango is adding some little flavor to the program. You see, Dr. Peabody, those are people. They talk. When they talk, you get small sense from what they're saying. Not with us move and say, oh, no, don't go there. No, because he wants the thing to go his way. No. When you and myself discussing, or all of our panelists, when we're discussing, I never, in as much as among all of you, I'm the one, at least I've practiced journalism. I got out here. I will not say, no, I will not stop your view. I may not agree with your view, but I will not, try to make it in a way that you go with what I think. That's what Witherspoon does. And he's not informed. So he doesn't want the other people to give that view. So he tries to, always suppress them, but he's not a topic for tonight. But I see a comment here. So Johnny says she will not support or rally, or Joseph Boakai or whatever. No, not that I will be supporting or Joseph Boakai, but if there is a rally organized by any of the political party, I will support it. The reason is why? To make the government feel that the Liberian people are not satisfied. One, to make the government unpopular. Two, those are the two reasons for which I will support any rally against the government. Unlike those people the people in the opposition with narrow mind, who feel that everything should be about themselves, or narcissists like Henry Costa, who would think that everything should be about him if it is not him because he said he leads people so he cannot follow anybody. That's narcissism. Okay? Very narcissistic. You cannot think that way. that because you lead people, you cannot follow other people. No. Joe Biden is a leader, but he followed Barack Obama. Okay? So
yeah, so Leaford, the number is displayed. There is 2 numbers, so our viewer can call in. It will be good to have the input on this because I think the rally was successful. This was great. It's now put Mr. Cummings on another pedestal as the key challenger to the incumbent, the bad government, and I think we should give Mr. Cummings tops off for what they have done today.
Let me ask you, Paul. Let me ask one question.
Yeah.
2017 or 2016, few months before Mr. Cummings joined the race, do you think Mr. Cummings would have called a rally and even 100 people attend?
Well, the thing is, I was opportune to go to one of the ANC rally at the SKD, and that rally, it was great. It's like it shook Monrovia. When you see Mr. Cummings coming 5th place in an election, that was the rally. So he have not.
But fast forward.
Yeah,
fast forward to now.
So now, when he called rally, that's what some of been saying. If he called rally, he showed that he's that force to reckon with. And this is just a little. Remember too, the CPP have now officially endorsed Mr. Cummings. So there will be a time that they will have their big thing to endorse him for him to accept that. So the government, they still get more noise to come about it because gathering people now seems to be the problem with this government. There are more to come. So when Mr. Cummings call for a rally today or tomorrow, people will show up. People will show up, and I think it's a good thing to continue to. They should do it in the 15, the remaining 14 counties. Let them post saying, the Nigerians say post saying in the government gallery. This is about time. And
but you know, I will tell you something. The government has already put sand in its own gallery. Let me tell you, no, Paul, if you have time, try to go back to all of the videos today and see that particular video I'm talking about with the young people. They call themselves the Disenchanted Seditions.
I saw.
And listen to what Paul was saying. I mean, I told you earlier on, if I were George Weah, I would just say, my people, I will leave. The best I can do is to negotiate with the Liberian people through the next government that will come. And if they can see some of my property, then they give me some that I'll be able to live on as an ex-president. Okay? I can restitute some of the money that I stole. But African leaders, being who they all want to die hard. I think Bruce Willis should have come to Africa and make a show die hard. Yeah, that's what African leaders are. They will never step down. They will lead down until they die hard. So, I mean, people who voted you, my brother, they think it's simple. You did not walk to the presidency. People voted you. You went to people, you asked them to vote for you, and they voted you. The same people, if they come back and say, we will not vote for you again. So what are you depending on? I mean, Paul, it's simple. I'm your son. You send me to school, yeah? You pay my school fee. You say, go to college, I'll pay your college fee. Then at a certain point, I'm not performing well. You say, I'll not pay your college tuition again. Then I say, I'm going. So why I depend on to go when I know I get money? Or I can pay my own college tuition. So the thing is very simple. Even the men who ain't get brain, yeah?
Yeah.
We think. But
Let's look at some of the rally picture from the old road. I think this is Yeke Kolubai, and I want your view because Yeke have been the man of this. For some reason, he been the look. Listen to Yeke.
The follow the people. Yeke Kolubai, what's up?
And so yeah, it's a long man. More taste and more value have been added to the rally as thousands of voters troop in from the Yagan angle. When he said he will bring out 2,000 men, he meant it.
God. RIP's good night, God.
So Yaka Koliba hit the road, and his march is shaking also the SKD Sports Stadium. Oh my God! A joyful celebration wedding. You are seeing is moving up.
So, Yeke Koluba hit the road. And this is what I call the triumphal entry when he got to the SKD Stadium. And these people were said, nobody would turn out. It's just a shame. It's just a shame.
Again, there are a few things I want us to draw our attention to. I'll repeat again. Every group that I saw marching from different directions on different platforms that were attending this rally, 90%, if not 95%, are all young people.
That's right.
What does that tell you? That they consider their future very, very important. One. Two, those young people, they got families. But say for 1 minute thing, if your son, your daughter, you get 2, 3, 4, 5 children, they all attended this rally today, and they came back and told you it was good. What would that tell you? Time for elections. Who will you vote for?
The man they want to see.
Thank
It's
you very
simple.
much.
Yeah.
So the campaign had not started, but the message is resonating. Let me tell you, the young people, I will not see my son going this way, then I go this way, or my son will not see me go. Yes, we're in a democratic nation, right? Democracy, everybody got a will, but we can influence certain things.
Yeah.
As family members, if your family see you, especially if you love each other and you see each other going the same direction, you'll follow the other people. So this crowd that I saw today, and I was like, wait, the young people, what really motivated them? That they will show up in this mass number. So this was like a trial. I'm telling you, in a week's time, in a month's time, in 2 months' time, if the ANC or CPP will call another rally, the attendance will even be greater than this. Because
That's
most
right.
likely when they do like test and trial, some people, trust me, some people were standing today watching. The first few people pass, they say, we're not here going sound. We didn't see here they now arrest anybody. I mean, I'll go. Then you go low, the next group follow. This is how the group was swelling. So I have friends who are coming from from United Party who are coming in my inbox. But they feel okay, enter, why you can't post picture? I told them, I said, well, no rally. A rally, we scared, we cancel a rally. I just told them, I said, we cancel a rally, no rally. Because I ain't got time to go argue with them. So you see, and Yeke, on the Yeke factor, take your leaf, interpret it any way you want. Yeke is so far for me. If I was given the opportunity to honor anybody as the best patriot in Liberia, I will honor Yeke as the best patriot. And if somebody want to ask me, I will answer this way. Somebody want to ask me why, I will say this way. You see, Yeke said, I think 2 times I said I've been known Yeke. Yeke have resigned from the ANC how many times? At least 2, 3 times.
No, 4 times.
4
To be
times.
precise, yeah.
And Yeke will always resign and come back. And you know why he will come back? Because he loves his country. Yaka is not only a member of the ANC, Yaka is a lawmaker in this particular government that
Yeah.
the CPB ANC is rallying to express its feeling to. But a Yaka can take the risk to come and be at the forefront of the rally. This is something that even his friends in the lower house could conglomerate against him to try to get him out for. But Yaka is a true representative of his people. He's a true patriot. Now, not only that, he's supporting the ANC. When Joe Buaka went to run campaign in the just ended by-elections in Lofa County, Yaka from the ANC, but because of the opposition, Yaka went there. What happened to Yaka car? I think a windshield was broken or something happened there. Okay? So Yaka is the best patriot that I have seen. He loves his country, he loves the Liberian people. And if you always hear Yaka boasting that he doesn't need to run campaign, the people in District 10 know. Yaka, his children were harassed, babies, innocent baby, anything. No, let me tell you, nowhere in the world that security forces would seize the baby food, the baby passport, at the airport. Nowhere in the world.
3 weeks old babies.
Nowhere in the world. That was a violation, gross violation of human rights. If it was anywhere in the Western world, the security forces involved would be dismissed, they will be prosecuted, and Yaka would have even gotten good money out of them, out of the government. But Yaka is the only man who is harassed. When the government get ready, they seize the pay, they get paying, he got to take them to the court, and all these things. And Yaka had gone through a lot. And so now, there's a video at the end of the rally that Jala TV did with Yaka, that's very profane. That we can use.
No, I got it, but I can't play it because he was so angry. Yeah.
But Yaka is a frustrated man. Okay? Frustrated from the system, by the system, and through the system. So now, when you hear Yaka speaking the way he speaks, it could happen to anybody. Let me tell you, we are all human beings. Yaka so loves his people that no matter which opposition party you're from, he will support you. And every time Yaka says I'm resigning from the ANC, I see some people trying to go after me. I can relax. I can talk to you. I can relax. I know Yaka will come back. Because Yaka is a patriot. And while Yaka is alive, I think let me give his flower right here. Yaka, you are my patriot of the year 2022. And I hope we enter 2023 with that feeling. Continue to do what you do. At least record will be there on you that you stood up against a system, a despotic system, or a system that wishes to suppress its citizens.
Yeah. So, Linford, it's good that you brought about Yeke, and this is good. I want for us to look at the viewer comments. If you can go through that, and the telephone number on the system, if our viewer want to call in to have an input, we would like them to call too so we can hear their voices.
Okay.
So you want to go through the comments?
Yeah, so I will start from bottom to top. Chadela Brown, Chulupri says, yeah, I agree, Linford. His actions show he's a man of the people, for the people. You see, to be frank, Yaka, I mean, people agree with me. Yaka, we all hate things, but Yaka is no. I mean, what a young brother is going through, some of us cannot take it. I mean, let me just be frank. Some of us will not take it. We not do something long time. Okay, so for me, Yaka is a man of the time for now. Okay, let's hear what says Dolly says here. She says, I was impressed with those young women and men. They have all realized their future is in their hands.
That's right.
Definitely. Let me tell you, the first law of nature is self-preservation. And that preservation means you should take care of yourself. My friend, if you and your mom, your pa, your sister, all of your father in the water, you got to swim first to save them before you can try to save them. You
That's
can't go
right.
there, then you be there and try to save them. No, you got to swim first to safety. Then you try to, in that state you want to show to them, do it. That's self-preservation. If you're hungry, you cooking the food, All you're hungry, but who will taste it? You will taste it, friends. And that's moment, and you divide food, you'll get yourself some good part, self-preservation. If all you're sick, you gotta make yourself well first before you think about other people's well-being. So
Yeah.
they are, if they don't fight for that future, other people will fight for your future, but you gotta. Our old people say when you're wasting water on it, when you're washing the old lady by, she gotta wash her own stomach, right?
That's right.
Right there. Okay, let's go to this one from Chandra Brown Children. She says there should be more rallies scheduled till election. That 100% I agree with.
Yeah.
And I don't care which party hosts that rally, but as long as it is to bring the government to fire and to conscientize the government about the plight of the people, I will support it. But if that, let me make a disclaimer, if that rally is to go and cause chaos and try to create tension, I will not support it. So I agree that there should be more rallies. On this one, again, so folks, there are a lot of you here that are not commenting. So few people commenting, so you will see the same name over and over. They are tired. That's why they showed up. And Chandra Brown says that the children says that those people who showed up today, they were really tired. And that was the message of the rally. That if you are enjoying, do what? Stay home. If your children going to school, everything okay, their school fee paid, you're waiting for them to graduate, stay home. If you not owe your landlord, you not pay your whole house rent, stay home. Okay, we got a caller here before we continue with the reading of comments. Let me see. I guess it says Dolly Nelson from Norway. Good evening, says Dolly Nelson. I'm fine. Will you give a little volume? Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So how you guys being in the studio? Thank you so much for the broadcast. And but one thing I would like to say is that first, I don't think there's any political party like that that can host or rally the ANC or CPP. That is for sure. So I haven't seen any other political party besides ANC, CPP to host.
I will be tempted to ask you why you think so.
Because we have seen political party rallies so far. And we have seen the turnout of the people. We have heard this today. The young children spoke. Even the ones that had the marks, they spoke. Even those that were asked, they spoke. It's not about ANC. It's not about CPP. It's not about Louis Brown. It's for their future. And so, look, the problem is that ANC is being well in educating the young people about their future. And if you look at the people that were all trying to suppress the rally, were all either old people who have destroyed the country or young ones who have sold their souls. But the bulk of the people that were telling those young men that when you do go there, they are sitting in America. And you see, like I always say, sometimes I get up there with young men and women in Liberia, but they begin to realize that I'm in this thing. I'm here with my family. I'm here with my child that can't even watch television. I don't even know what the first dollar is. And you telling me that's a goal? No, they got the message. So for that, I know for sure, nobody can host or rally the ANC. That's for sure. And it was so good today. And I will say again to the young people of Liberia, as I always tell them, the future is in their hands.
Okay, since Chandra Brown wrote here, she said there should be several of such rallies throughout the country. Do you agree with that?
100%. ANC can do that. CPP can do that. We can rally in every county. It took a few weeks to plan this rally. We can do it. It's just a matter of announcing the date and time, and people will show up. That's all. Now the people are geared up. Look, people that sat at home today because of fear, some of them are regretting why they did not show up at that rally today. And so people in the various counties are like, We want to show up too. We want people to understand we are suffering too. It's not only Morote suffering.
Right.
So I agree with that person 100%. ANC, the CPP should go ahead and start dividing in the balance 14 or 13 counties and let people go on. We have few more months to go to elections, and we will see.
That's right.
We want to say thank you very much for your view, and we hope that the message will go to Liberians and also to the government that they
The
will.
government got the message. That's why they were paying all these agents around. The government got the message from day one. They got the message from day one. If the government did not get the message, they would have been seeing people all around to discourage people. Everywhere you turn, where have you seen all the rallies that were protests that were here in Liberia? Anybody were around saying they were going to be war, they're going to conflict, they're going to Butu, the people will fight, the people will die. They came out with $70,000 US dollars stolen. I mean, they came out with all these things there at the last minute. They came out with a fake letter from CPP. The rally have been. Look, the government saw it coming. Trust me, they know. They know. You just sit down and think about all the things that came after the rally was announced. Look at in less than 2-3 weeks, there were so many things, see lies here and there. People were being paid. You see people sit on social media and just say things regardless of what the impact would be. They don't care. They have no. How can people sit on Spoon TV and say what they said and know the war is watching them? And they knew what they were saying was lies.
Okay, I would like to say thank you. We like to say thank you very much, Sis Dolly Nielsen there from Norway, and viewers you just heard her. So if you want to call, you can call us on the number on the screen. They are all WhatsApp numbers, so you can reach us anytime. Let's continue with the reading of views here. We will not be able to go through all, but at least and at Manye, I hope I got her name correct, says, yes, I believe that is a strategy, and the strategy is to have, I think she means we should have several of the rallies around the country. And Vivian also say, Etta Menye also say, Vivian, it is a movement. So let's go to this one. It says there should be more rallies scheduled till election. Okay, we read that before. And so I think that's how many we're going to read here now. Let me see. Well, somebody said Witherspoon is what? Ignorant and dumb. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Some people can choose to be ignorant, and some people can choose to also be dumb, and some people can just choose to refuse the fact or to say the fact. And so I don't know which category he falls in, but to the point that he will sit on his most watched platform to say that Louis Brown was security advisor to Taylor during the wartime, that shows that he's ignorant, he's uninformed. And to be ignorant doesn't mean that you are stupid, but it's just that you don't know, or you refuse to know. So I think that's all we'll read for now, Paul.
Yes, that's right. I think our viewers, and this is good. So we should.
But let me bring something that we can brainstorm on. What you make up about this $70,000 that got missing?
Linford, there is internal investigation going on that. And sometimes when the noise in the market, that what they say, when you're going somewhere, rotten banana can break your teeth when you chew it.
If you ballocate.
This is the most fortunate situation that Marty Kula have found himself in.
Unfortunately, you mean?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's where he have found himself on this situation. He is he was the campaign, the rally manager, and money was given to him for all of these things to have it in place. And look what happened. The last minute or the time something like that happened, and now The speculation, everybody have their own saying until me, I would say until the investigation goes on. How did that money? And it's a huge, huge sum of money that somebody will be traveling with. So that kind of money to just disappear like that. So I will not say anything now until the investigation goes on. For that kind of money to go, not small money. When I first heard the figure 70,000, I thought it was 70,000 Liberian dollars, but it's US. That's a big money, bro.
And like you said, I'm one person who, after this money thing happened, when I first read it, I thought, because I got the CDC people who are on under my post everywhere, me too, I under their post everywhere. We fight so now 24-hour around the clock. And those of you follow, you know them, few of them, few ladies. So the first thing when I opened my phone, I saw it under my post. They have finished screen shooting and placard it. So I was like, how could money loss, So I thought it was fake. We argue. Then all of a sudden, I went in our own chat room. Then I saw that there was a release on that. And I said, 70,000.
That's a lot of
So
money.
it was like I was in a dream. But, fast forward, there were several conspiracy theories surrounding this money. And some of them make sense. Muna Faha posted, how will you trust your driver with that kind of money? One. Two, I have always held to the same principle that you have, that we should wait for proper investigation. But at the same time, we are all humans. We can speculate. Under mysterious circumstances like this, the best thing to do in the absence of any established proper investigation, everybody will live on speculation. And it's all right, because we don't know what's happening. So I will speculate in several ways, and I don't build on some of those, conspiracy theories. Martin Kohler, we gotta. I'm not judging him. I'm not saying anything about him in a negative way, but we gotta know where he comes from. We gotta know a few past history in recent time. I mean, he was in government, right? He was director of staff for Dillon. And there was this issue about him being suspended by Dillon. And while he was on suspension, he was still getting his pay, according to that allegation from Dillon's office. He was still getting his pay illegally, which was illegal, because you're on suspension and you draw your check. And then, so some people built on that speculation, or on that part that Mr. Comey always say, the best way to, how you can say, is
your past performance determine
your past performance can determine your future performance, right? So people looking at his past record, and then it becomes difficult for us to say. So that's one conspiracy theory. But then another one is that, okay, the driver thought that this was a perfect opportunity for him to run away. And guess what? When I was doing my podcast yesterday, there was a little boy who came on my podcast, and he said, even if I were the driver, I'll run away with the money. I say, why? He said, because we're all catching hard time. You think they were catching hard time, you can't put that kind of money near me, then I sit down and look at it. So you see, we got dishonest people, dishonesty, and it's all because of hard time. So, right now, like you said, we can't say anything. We got to wait until proper investigation. But then
exactly.
the part that is really disappointing to me is that the government, I don't know whether it's the government position, but people in the government, they are even happy that this thing happened, that criminal activities happen, So then how can we get rid of the kind of bad thing when the government that is supposed to be helping to curtail these things are even laughing and supporting?
And was celebrating.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. But I think we have to wait to listen to. I'm sure they're going to perform. I mean, they're going to carry out some internal investigation. And if I have my own will, Martin Kula will be on a serious investigation, and he will be turning over to the government. I mean, that's me. I'm saying that, okay? Because so far, in the absence of the driver, he's the first man that we can lay hand on, right?
But Linford, if you do criminal investigation in anything, right? When somebody die in a house, the person who there that live with that person is the first suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the money was in his possession,
Mm-hmm.
and he was very, if you are careless with this money, then that's what I say. He didn't leave the money in a car. According to Front Page Africa report,
Mm-hmm.
the money was in his office. The driver was in his office. He was already paying people for the services they were going to render to this the event. And he went down from the office to meet some of the people. It took him 5 minutes. When he came back in the office, the driver disappeared. When he went to the car, the driver left the car key in the car. Look for the money. Out in my office, that money will be in my drawer. And it will be locked up because that's people money. So
Or
that was it.
that money will be in my bed, it hanging on me.
I
You got
mean,
to kill me
yeah.
before you take it
So
back.
now say let because the way things are now, and everybody pointing at him, he might be if he got if a foul play that came from him, he running to be or what representative, it will kill him because these are things that happen. It don't move from behind you, and people look at you funny. And if they
Mm.
find him guilty, he'll pay the price. That's people money. So that was a let hold on. The other internal investigation goes on, and then we'll get a true story. And then young men too, taking people money like that not belonging to you, and just think you're gonna get away with it.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's a lot of speculation that will go on.
yeah,
Does Martin Kohler know this guy very well? Do we
this
know some of
driver
the
been
family?
with him for over 8 years. That his driver since you were with
Okay, but
DeLong.
so I guess he knows some of the family members and
Yes, yes. That's
but
somebody that been driving for him for a long time.
I believe that this boy did not leave the country. That boy is
He's in
hiding somewhere.
Liberia. He's in Liberia. And
Yeah, he had not left.
the government could shield this young man because they
Yeah.
are happy that somebody stole money. How you
For
suddenly
how long?
investigate?
But the question is, for how long will they sue him all the time?
Well, and the government said, oh, they were going making issue out of it. Oh, the people can't even manage this stealing their own money and blah blah blah. They were happy. If something like that happened to you, you feel happy, and you the cherry of the day. You are supposed to investigate. You happy. So the thing is
But
just it's
do
just
you see it? Do you see it? Because a lot of people are looking at it as a way to sabotage the probably was planned. Somebody said it
that's
was
a,
a lot of CDC people got in contact with the guy to do that to see if they can
but
to
how
run
did
away
they know
with
that
him
our
and
money
sabotage.
involved? That's the question. How did they know that this guy was carrying that heavy lump sum of money?
Yeah,
How? You see? So I would say maybe Monty Kula was a little bit careless, and the drivers he had strong confidence in his driver, and the driver decided to do what he wanted to do.
yeah, but I do want to also believe that the driver had just seen that money. That seen he have been looking at that money. So why he didn't run away?
Yeah,
Also
and this
understand.
guy been sharing the money. So, but to just what that was it when Barlow follow you, ratting banana can break your teeth. It could be that Barlow that got behind Monty, and it's happening. It's happening. So let the
But
investigation goes on. But I wanted to make an announcement before we
yeah.
go
Mhm.
that we are now going to our new schedule will be on a Friday instead of Saturday. So starting from next week, we'll have Tuesday and Friday. The bottom line will be coming on. And so just to let people know, for those who first time joining this line, they need to click our like button and follow up on come on. So yeah, that's the announcement on Friday. So
Okay.
it'll be Tuesdays and Friday.
Yeah, and in addition to that announcement, I've been thinking about this that most time I do live podcast, I do it on my private page. But since we got very long time between Tuesday and Friday, okay,
Mhm.
so you got Friday, Saturday, weekend, Sunday, weekend, Monday, weekend, then Tuesday. So maybe the day if I want to do some quick podcast, I can just use this platform. So if you see we pop on this platform, uh,
Yeah,
if they pop on to you during the surprise, that means we got something important to do. But I can
yeah,
also use my personal page, but just in case, because we try to make the platform popular to people. So probably Paul will have something coming up quick. He can get open it and then he start to go flow. And if I get something going on, we can flow. But our official schedule for now, like Paul said, will be Tuesday and Fridays.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good show, and we want to thank all of our viewers and again, I think we just got to close the show because if we continue to talk about this money, there will be a lot of views. So let's wait until the
investigation. And the thing is, and before we go, just for 2 minutes, and our president, my good friend, His Excellency, Dr. George Manning, we will be learning tomorrow in Liberia.
Oh.
After he have taken a lot of selfie picture with Joe Biden, and he's not coming home with anything. So that we'll have to look at that on Tuesday when we meet, and then we can talk about it. Why and how come this guy who was claimed to be the $85 million man took loan from LBDR, bend the list that came out, his name is on it. How can an $85 million man take loan from a bank? So it's those things that will be some of the topic we'll be looking at on Tuesday. And I just went, so we'll wait for his return to Liberia to see after 48 days what the goodies he bringing for the country. And then we'll talk about it. So wait for his arrival on Tuesday. We'll go after him.
Yeah, but my man, who told you say when you get money, you can't take loan?
That particular if I'm a millionaire and Seditian claim that I got 85 million sitting in my account, what am I taking loan for to do what? And what have he done with the 85 million that he just gonna take loan like that?
Well, my man, your former vice president.
My former vice president.
He living on loan, but he can ride private jet.
So that's the discussion for this day. Yes, man. I think it was a good show. Let's wrap this up. Yeah.
Okay, well, folks, this is it, and we let to draw the curtains on this one, on this edition of the program with this one right here. Paul, you want to, I don't know, you want to play that Mr. Cummings music, that the one, or anyone?
Well, the thing is, I would love for us to play Takunje music. The reason being, Takunje was with Mr. Cummings. He was running as representative for District 8 when he actually made this music.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's play Takunje music closely because this is the government that lied to us. So let's play Takunje music. And here we go.
Okay, play.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that left us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough for time, but yeah, then stay, they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie.